Hey, this is Clay, and this is my rant for the day. Woke up pretty good mood today. Going to work, gonna do my thing. And if you don't know me, my thing is I work on cars. I make great cars for good people. Basically what I do is I'll buy pre-owned cars, I'll fix them, and sell them, pass them on, stand behind what I do, and try to treat people right, the way that my mom should have been treated when I was a kid. I just got a little bit bent today. Had a lady come over and say, hey, came all the way about an hour and a half to look at my GMC Terrain that I got out front. And she says, there's rust on this car. I'm going to show you what she said there was rust on my car.
This is the rust that she was talking about. Right there. You know what that rust is from? It's not from the body of the car. It's the screw that's been inside the car since it was new. Come on, people. That's ridiculous. And then she pointed this out. This is actually way worse. There's rust on the shock tower where the water slides down because the seal is right here. This is exposed to all the elements. She told me that she beat me up on the phone, $1,200 before she even came down to look at my $8,500 to her price. That included tax, which was about another $600, by the way, $500. I put brand new tires on this Terrain. I rebuilt the motor in this Terrain. It's got 115,000 miles on this Terrain. It doesn't have a shake, shimmy, light, rattle, roll. Has backup cameras. It's a 2012. According to NADA, it's worth about $11,800. I was only asking $97,000. But she told me a sob story about how her daughter needed a really good car. And I said to her, I've driven this car about 2,000 miles since I rebuilt it, and I absolutely love it. Drives great. I did everything to it except for send it out for detail. And it actually probably comes out a little bit better, worse on the film than it actually is. It's really not that dirty. I mean, there's nothing broken in it. There's nothing that doesn't work. There's nothing that smells in it. But just want to say
to consider when you're going out to look at a vehicle like this and you're going to buy it from a guy like me, if there's other people like me, I don't know if there is, but when I was growing up, all we got was crap cars. My mom would go buy a car from a car salesman. Didn't know anything about cars. Most car salesmen don't. They're salesmen. They're not mechanics. They don't know shit. Excuse my language. But if somebody came to your work and said, hey, you've done a great job on this vehicle. I really appreciate all the time and the effort you put in on this product or whatever it is that you're doing. And then they go, hey, how about we know you did a great job and we really appreciate that, but how about you go ahead and take a couple $100 less this week? Why? Well, just because we feel like it. No real reason. Think about that before you go down to a car dealership and you're trying to tell them how you need to pay less because Joe Blow's got one over there. Well, if Joe Blow's was all that good to look at, you'd be over there buying it. And the other thing is, nobody comes to work and asks you to come down on your price. You don't go to the grocery store and ask them, hey, I don't like the price of this butter. How about I come down on the price of this butter for me? I don't like $3.29. I only want to pay $1 for it. I don't generally work that way at the grocery store. So consider that before you go to buy a car. Consider that before you kind of just a disrespectful human being. And everybody's making money off of you. You go to work and your boss makes money off you. If he doesn't, he owns the company. And then he's making money. And then you're making whatever you're making. I'm usually a nice guy, but it kind of bent me sideways a little bit because I spent a lot of time and a lot of money on that car specifically. And then to have somebody come over and just tell me a sob story and me feel bad for them, and then they act like what I was selling was junk. It just boggles my mind. Remember what I always say, don't be the next to them, be the first to you. Have a great day.